Uh, it is summer here in Sweden, and I'm on my way out, and it is the last day in May 2023. And I'm going to the hospital today. And it maybe is, I heard the sound because I sit on my computer chair, the office chair, and it is a very old chair. It is, it was old when I bought it, and now is it about 13 years since I bought, or more. It's maybe since 2004 I bought it, and it started to break any day now. It's very old, maybe from the 40s. So I need to buy a new office desk chair, but you know that I have not so much money, and I don't have anyone that help me to bring me a office desk chair. So I hope this chair lasts a little longer. But it is the chair that make the sound in the background. And I'm going to the hospital today, and it's about taking blood test, because I need to take a blood test because of the medicine I get to work against the psoriasis I have. And it is going through a project, world project. So I need to do a blood test every half year. So it's time now. They have not told me, but I feel that I need to do it because it was a long time since I did the test. So if I don't do a test, they tell me that I don't get the medicine. This is things they say in healthcare. For me, is it a little to threat me that I need to take the blood test, but it doesn't matter because I don't care about if they put a nail in my arm. I'm not scared about it. I have been in so much with a hospital to do, so I'm not frightened. I'm more frightened to drive in the city center to the hospital, because there is not the roads path for my scooter, so I need to drive out in the street, and that is scaring and not good for my stress. But I'm going there early, so I don't need to feel that I need to go very fast. I can stop a little. on my way. And it will be a very beautiful day today. I knew that it was 2 days ago I put on me on the list to do blood test. I don't know if I have talked about this with the nuns when I was there. My room was a little off from people because I needed to rest my brain could relax and be healed in that way for some day, and then it's come back when I come home. But I was on the side of all other bedrooms people had. So it was a little scary in that way that I was alone in that part of the monastery, that Catholic place. And about 2-3 o'clock in the night was it. I remember now I have said it because I couldn't do it where I sit, but I can do it now because I am in the office desk now. No, wait a little. I couldn't do it. Like that was it. On my door. 3 fast knocking. And I knew it was a spirit thing. So I didn't care to go up. And also I was too scared to open the door also. But if it had been a person on my door, that person should have knocked more time until I wake up. They maybe should tell me my name and screaming my name and knock me up. But it was only 3 fast knocks. And it I have had that before, a knock on the door for many years. I think it about 2011 it started to give me knocks on the door. And then it was also that it was sounds that was from old time, maybe in the 30s, about when the movies started to get sounds like that time. And so it was this doorbell on my door. It was a doorbell they did sometimes. And I knew. First time I went up and walked to the door, but I was saying to myself that there is no one in this house that going to ring the bell at 3-4 o'clock in the night. It should never be. It was not logic. So I understood it was a spirit thing. And then it come more and more, and then I find out that doorbell sound, it's not a sound from my doorbell. It was more modern. This was an old sound of a doorbell, so I know it was not it was no one on my door. It was a spirit thing. And you that have had these sounds, it is to ask yourself if that sound is a sound that could be on your door or not. Then you understand that it's a spirit thing. If no one is, they are in the night that they knock on your door or put on the doorbell and calling you, it's logical that not many people want you to open your door in the night. Some people have that, friends or family members that can come in the night, but most of the time you know that they will be there in the night on your door. So it's the best is to be logical thinking that those cars that sounded in the night, they didn't sound like the cars today. It was those, what is called this, on a Harley, those two fun men, one's slim and one thick, like in first movies in Charlie Chaplin movies, those whoop, almost like I sounded now. Those was it. So it was not from this time or the world. It was a spirit thing. And I understand that today it was my ancestors, those relatives to me that have passed away, that wanted to tell me that they are here and they wanted to talk to me. But I didn't know how to talk to them. And some people say that I should say hello to them and then ask them their name, and it didn't work so well. I heard someone, the name of that little girl that took me into God's throne room in the hypnosis. She come one morning. I was on my way to wake up, and it was light in the room. I don't know if it was natural light or it was she that was shining. But I heard a beautiful voice singing. So I asked her what her name was, and she said her name was Fire, like that. And then she said that when I met her in hypnosis, and she come in these white clothes, inside the white clothes, and took me to the throne room. And so you can, you should not be so scared of those knockings, but you should not need to go up and open the door, because it can be something behind that door. And if it's a spirit thing, they don't need you to open the physical door. They want you to open up your spirit door so they can talk to you. They in afterlife, they want so badly talk to us here on earth that is living today. We are the last generation, so they are almost desperate to talk to each of you. So you do your best to could communicate with them. The devil's people, they tell you that you should not talk to those people in afterlife. But you have heard that I have talked to the afterlife, and I have got very much information from them because I have done that. So you should not be scared of it. You should say like he said, I don't remember who it was, but it was someone laying in the cave, and God called him out from the cave, and he answered God in this way. I don't know if it is exactly because it can be a modern way to say it, but he say this, and you should say this: here I am. That's what he say in the Bible. He said, here I am. And you should tell them. It's hard to remember when they wake you up in the night. But you should train your brain set to say, here I am. So you, without needing to think about it, you say this, here I am. I did it. I did that with those knockings, and suddenly it opened a door, and I could talk to the spirit in the afterlife. So I suggest, but you can say maybe something else that is more like your way to say it. But you should say, he only say, he didn't say, oh God, why do you wake me up? He say, immediately he wanted to hear and do what God wanted him to do. So he say, here I am, God. So that you should train on. And I didn't know why I recording this, but now I know what it was to tell you, to not have fear to communicate with the afterlife. and not have fear for the knocking on your door when there is no person standing on the other side of the door, because it's a spirit being maybe that is behind that door. Is not a physical that you can see. So you don't need to open the door if you have fear. Like I had fear when they knocked on in the night because I was not in my home. It's different if they have done that in my home. But I was in this Catholic place. So I had already fear that someone should kill me because I was telling them that I had a vision that the Virgin Mary come down, and on the left side was it Jesus Christ, Michael, Archmichael, and with a sword in his hand. And then on the other side was it cherubs. And I come to know that yesterday that the devil, this angel that God cast down here to this planet to kill all people, and not God didn't want to kill, but he wanted to test people by cast down the angel of darkness to this planet. It was to test people, not to do what the darkness want us to do, not listen at the whisper in your ear that tell to go and kill a person. But I learned that it was a cherub, that he was a cherub, and that is a high up standard angel, because he was with God and he was the most beautiful one of God's angels. So the cherub should we be careful with, and maybe that's why I saw Michael, Archangel Michael with a sword, and on the other side was it the cherub. So we should ask, it's a spirit here that want you to join me in this, to say this. Michael, we ask you, don't say want, because we should not want. We say to Archangel Michael, those cherub that is disturbing, place them under the sword. So it's only good cherubs that is around us now. And it doesn't matter if you say this inside your mindset. another day when you hear this, because this episode is for all time, as long as it is on internet. And every day that, whatever day you say this is okay. You don't need to say it in exactly the same time as I recording this. So thank you for to have listened to me, and I hope you understand that not all cherub is good. They are playing, many of them, because some of them is children, and they don't think like an adult person, so they don't understand that they do bad things for us, some of them. So we ask for the cleaning of them. So it's only these adult cherubs, adult thinking cherubs, that should be there for us. Thank you, and God bless you.